Hello everyone, it is me, MrSneakyy. In today's video we're going to be covering everything you need to know about research, policies, and how to be efficient as a free-to-play player and if you're a spender, so stay tuned. Hello everyone, it is me, MrSneakyy, and yes, we are going over everything you need to know about the research and policies. And just to remind everyone, as you know, we are doing a big 250 subscriber special giveaway, so check out the link in the description below how to join, and everything you need to know, like information wise, on how we're going to do the raffle and everything. Just watch the video, join the link, and I hope you guys enjoy it, right? So research and policies, they kind of go hand in hand. Research and policies kind of go hand in hand in the way you want to tackle them, in the way you want to kind of prioritize in some regards. But we'll go over research first, because research is more important, just because I say it's something you're going to always keep, and that's the one thing to always point out at the start. So everyone who's new, and obviously if you're an existing player you already know this, but if you're a new player, your research and your policies are completely separate, right? So anything you do in a season in your research, you keep. So you don't get anything reset here. The only thing you get reset is the actual policies. And the policies is where you get all your buffs and how to basically fight and everything like that. So it doesn't actually impact the game. This just basically makes your season more easier the more you're an active player in basic regards, is how this one works, right? So research is more important. Research is the one that you're going to get throughout the time, and we'll go straight into research. So as you can see, you at the start, when you might have everything unlocked, or not, should I say everything locked, you're gonna be wondering how to look at this tree, right? So you have the top tree, which is the eco tree, and then you have the military tree. So the military tree is obviously how to get your stronger units, and this is how to farm and be more efficient with economic structures, basically. Eco is a very important tree you need to actually look into and understand first before you actually go into the military section, because the military section is actually very straightforward. It's the eco side that's actually a bit more of a catch-22 for a lot of people, right? So when you start as a new player, the best thing to do is obviously you unlock this ore prospecting, and you're going to unlock the military one, so conscription, and then you'll have all these unlocked already, and you'll have all of these unlocked already. Okay, so the way you want to do this at the start, and it's going to sound crazy, is actually don't research anything. Don't research anything you can see on your screen. The way you want to do this is actually go to your scouting and actually scout. And the thing is, when you're a very new player and you start scouting, the scout can get you free research completions. And by getting you free research completions, you're not wasting any resources, you're not wasting any time, and more importantly, you're stocking up on all those things for later investments that you're going to need. So this will also, like I said, this will cover you in the eco tree. I believe it gives you some military ones too. Just don't quote me on that too hard. I know it gives you eco, and this is why it's more important, because it gives you through the early parts without having to worry about it. So if you scout and get through, the way the scouting should get you is like a level 5 here, a level 5 here, maybe a 3 or 4 here, 3 or 4 here, and then maybe a couple here. And when you get to this one, this is when you're going to start having to focus in research and what you're actually doing as a member, right? So when you get into research, I'm going to just scroll across so you can see this whole screen here, because this whole screen is the important part, because it's the progression of your account. So architecture increases your build speed, which you're going to need over time, which is good, because obviously the quicker you can build something, the less speed ups you're going to need. Containers to do with your legion caps, you're going to get that over time, don't worry about it. And you have to get mana prospecting to proceed. So when you go across to the next section, it ends up giving you stamina and breath control. And at the start, as a new player, especially as a free-to-play player, this is the one thing which cripples you a lot, and it hurts a lot of players, is how much CP usage you have. And it obviously limits you, but everyone's the same. Everyone has the same amount of CP. The only thing is, once you get your tech up like this, you'll start gaining CP, and you'll start gaining CP recovery speed. So then you're going to start actually catching up to everyone in the season, especially if you're joining a like super delayed kingdom, right? But if you're joining someone as a new player in a new server, you don't have to worry about this. Everyone's on the same playing field. It's just getting CP up first, and then you'll start feeling it, right? The thing is, once you unlock these, it will go into scholarship, and this is the one thing you need to prioritize first. And remember what I've just said, prioritize this one first. So when you go into research, the way you want to tackle research is the same as you're going to see as I'm tackling it right now here. So if I wanted to unlock my T5 ballistas, I need to have a 25, research center level 10 in 10 in both of their categories. So I am already starting to prioritize leveling up only these guys. And when I've got extra spare, time, I'm putting some points into these, which are required to level up, the back end abilities. But I'm always trying to be efficient with my time. So once I've unlocked these, then I can move on. But I'm trying to always, focus on the minimal. Same if you come down here. So as you can see, I've gone 1, 1, 1, 1. And obviously if I need to get Land of Plenty, which I do, obviously I need to hit all of these at least once, and then get through to this, which is going to be another one, and go through once, and then this might unlock for me, which allows me to get more resource. And this is the whole process you want to be going under when you're going for your research and policies. So scholarship gives you 10% research speed reduction, basically. So it's really good. It makes you obviously cost less time, and because it costs less time, you don't have to use as much speed ups on your research. And that's basically what you want to do. So in the early game, you want to push forward, and as soon as you get to use scholarship, you want to start maxing out scholarship. It might say 3 out of 5, and then it'll say you might need to go back and level up, say, architecture. It might ask you to level up container upgrades, it might ask you to upgrade something else to at least a level 3 or 4 level. Just go and do it. Always follow what the minimal requirements are, similar to like building your city but in the research department, and max this one first, because now any future investments and obviously later investments that you were doing is always 10% cheaper, and you haven't wasted any extra time, you haven't wasted any resources, you're not wasting anything. So you're trying to be, as a free-to-play player, as you can tell, as efficient with your time as possible, and that's the biggest thing in this game. So once you get through, obviously you're going to start progressing your city hall up, and then you're going to start unlocking more tech. Eventually you'll go across again, go to 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. You're going to go 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, go to here, 1, 1, and then you might want to start upgrading some of your stamina, but I would always hold off, just go 1 and then 1. And as you can see, you have scholarship 2, and as you can see, this is what I'm in the process of in a moment to basically start pushing forward. So it's going to give me another 2%, which is going to be 12%, and I'm guessing at level 10 it's a 15% total of research. So it's an amazing amount of research speed reduction you can put. It's just obviously putting the investment into it so that you get a bigger payoff in the longer term. And by doing that, as you can see, I've been able to upgrade these up to level 8 and 10 when I've had to, because I might have been soft locked to like a level 7 out of 10 one, like I was saying before. And as you can see, you basically go backwards then. Once you've done this, you can go backwards and you start, getting your eco up, and it's really good. Once you get eco up at a sensible stage, obviously, you're going to want to start focusing on your military. And military is a very simple format, as you can see. You start in conscription, you put 1 point into everything, you move forward, you put 1 point into all of these troops to unlock them. If the troop requires you to have any of these back ones 5 out of 5, you just follow it, and then you can unlock and upgrade the unit, and then you progress forward in the tree. And it's the same thing, you move forward, you'll go and put 1 point here, 1 point here, to put 1 point in each of these to unlock the skills. And then you'll get 1 point into conscription, which allows you to then put more points into the T3 units. You just keep working backwards then to upgrade whatever buffs you need to keep moving forward, so you can lock your T4 as fast as possible. And once you've locked your T4, then you move back and start maxing out like this out of 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Then you start maxing all these out, right? So that's the way you basically do all of your research. I hope you understand it. If you got any questions, just put obviously a comment in below. Just know that it's a very weird process at first, but once you understand it for the first time, it's very, very easy to repeat. And you're going to do this every single time in the policies, which I'm going to go over now. So the policies again is the very same. If you're looking to try and get your policies to look as cool as mine, which is like maxed out military expansions, and then as you can see I've almost maxed out marksman drills because I'm playing marksman as my main unit type, which is really cool. And I've got some decent healing which I needed, and I'm going to start obviously, if I need to put more healing in, I'll put more healing in. But I've got what I've required war wise out of this, and it's helped me considerably, right? So when you're looking at your policies, it's the same thing. At the start, you're going to put points into Legion Cap, maybe 1 or 2, just to give you a couple of, an extra 1,000 Legion Cap on your troops to help you PvE the content. And then you're going to go 1 point here, 1 point here. And you're going to repeat the same. You're going to put a couple of points into the peacekeeping damage, because having an extra bit of peacekeeping damage is helpful in the early game. And then you're going to put 1 point here, 1 point here, to then unlock this and save up to unlock this. And then you start undoing your gem prospecting, and then you would rather, and this is where when you finish your gem prospecting, you start putting more points into military expansion 2. And then once your military expansion 2 is maybe about 7 or 8, you will go back to military expansion part 1 and start leveling this back up, because at the start this only gives you 500 per Legion Cap, but this gives you over 1,000 per Legion Cap. So it's just better every single time to have this. You're getting double your amount for better value. And then again, like I say, you just move forward, and then you put these into 10 10 10 spots like you can see mine have. And then you max this one out to 20 out of 20 when you can, and then you start leveling this up, so you, or whatever unit. So if you're playing infantry, max infantry, max marksman after, max magic, whatever you choose. And then obviously you go forward to get some of your healing if you want a bit more healing. It just depends on how your service is with war in the healing side. That's all I'm going to suggest on the healing, because to be honest, the healing side is a bit of a weird one. It is always debatable on what you should go for. Free healing is really good, because you're always going to need free healing throughout the day. But obviously having bigger, massive amounts of, quick, instant, free, like resource healing, well, daily resource healing, should I say, it allows you to fight more if you need to be able to fight more with the troops you have, right? So that's basically the policies. If you're wondering how to get the prestige through here, you can go, as you can see, you can get them from the Behemoth Acolyte, which I'll show you in a second, and you can also get it from Dragon Trials. And that's the big tip for the ending of the video. If you hit the Dragon Trials, I get 4,000 per hour. So over time, as you can see, it gives me prestige, and I just click in here and press claim. Make sure it doesn't overfill, because once it hits a certain amount, as you can see here, I think it's 24 hours. Yeah, once you hit 24 hours accumulations, it'll stop collecting. So just make sure you're always checking it every 24 hours, right? So make sure you do your Dragon Trials, and you see I'm doing them. I always do 1 stars just to get the daily rewards and push through. And then once you push through, you want to go back on yourself, which I started doing the other day around here, as you can see, and start 3-starring them. And once you 3-star them, you're going to get more daily glass and daily prestige and daily XP tomes to invest in. So that's the way I progress the Dragon Trials, and it allows you to obviously progress your policies really well. So that's everything you need to know for the research and policies for a new player, or if you're an existing player looking for a bit of guidance on what you should be doing. If you're looking for the research queue side, which is a separate part of it altogether, but as you can see, I can research 2 researchers at the same time, which helps me massively. The way to do this is to go to your VIP. And as you can see on VIP 8, as a free-to-play player, this is basically your main goal with your gems to try and manage to get to. You spend your gems to get to VIP 8 and you get second research plus an extra 10% research speed, which is a massive amount to have as a free-to-play player. You also get your first legendary daily gift, which is great, so you get to start expertise in those legendary heroes. So this is how you get your second research. If you ever wondered, this is how. Just get to VIP 8 and you unlock it. And that is everything you need to know. That is everything you need to know with research and policies. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Smash a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.